everyone. Veronica Cruz here, tuning to you from my home office. I just got off an incredible training with my agency and all of our agents, and it was just really insightful, the information that was provided. And one of the topics that were covered were children and life insurance. And I can't tell you what a touchy subject that is. Number one, it seems very morbid, right? It seems for some people, some families, they might see it as inappropriate, something that they don't want to talk about, right? Nobody wants to talk about the possibility of losing their young child or children, right? But it's a topic that we have to start having these real conversations, right? The reality is this, guys. If you go into GoFundMe right now, you're going to see that there are over 1 million people that are requesting funds for funerals. And a percentage of those 1 million GoFundMe accounts are because a family, a parent, has lost a child. And that's devastating. So, during everything happening with COVID, I think it really brought on some urgency for some parents to say, hey, you know what, I need to make sure that I'm covered. But I don't want you all to lose sight on making sure that your babies are covered. And the reason being is this. Number one, they're young and healthy now, right? It is super inexpensive to insure your babies. And I'm not saying get them $1 million life insurance policy. That's really unnecessary, but just get them covered. And another reason why is because you get to insure or secure their insurability now. We all know we have, siblings, we have aunts, uncles, we have parents who are aging. And at some point in time, it's going to become basically unaffordable, right? Or if they can even get life insurance because their health has declined. So when is the best time to get it? When they're 14 days old and they have a social security number, that's when most life insurance companies will insure a child, okay? In addition to that, it buys you as the parent that time to grieve. I don't know if any of y'all have ever experienced this firsthand or perhaps know of someone that you used to work with or a family member who has lost a child, but that's already very devastating. And I hate to break it to you guys, but the reality is that your employer is going to only give you typically 3 days of bereavement pay, and that's including the death of a child. Is that really, you have to think, is that really enough time for me to really grasp what has just happened, plan for services, take the time that I need to grieve, right? Life insurance provides that. Life insurance provides that time that you need to grieve, because most employers will require you to take PTO time, take your vacation time. They might even allow you to take sick time. But after that, they're expecting you to come back to work. They need you to come back to work. You're part of their production crew, right? You need to come back to work. So it also buys you that time for you to take for yourself to recoup, to recover, to grieve. And that's really the whole point is, it's not about cashing in on your kid. It sounds horrible to even think that, but some people think it that way. They think, well, I don't want, life insurance for my kid. They don't need it. They're young. And that's a common misconception when it comes to life insurance, that they're young, that nothing can happen to them. Look, guys, we see it all the time on the news. Unfortunately, death is all around us. My babies, all 3 of them, and this baby in my belly will have a life insurance policy the moment they are born. You have to cover your babies. At the very least, it gives them that securability that they'll always have life insurance, and into their adult years when they can take it over. That's great. But please protect your babies. First and foremost, protect yourself. If you don't have life insurance, you got to make sure that your kids are going to tell a good story, not the story of financial struggle. So make sure you're covered. And number 2, make sure that your babies are covered as well. Okay, it's super inexpensive, very, very inexpensive. Okay, and you don't have to think that you have to pay $200 a month for life insurance. It's really not like that. So I'm asking you guys, please Make sure that your babies are covered. Nonetheless, just for if nothing else, just for that peace of mind that they are going to be protected for the rest of their lives. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. We see it on the news too often. We see it on GoFundMe. You know, parents are losing their babies, and it's not a topic we like to talk about, but you have to protect your babies now. You have to protect, you know, yourself as well, and give yourself that time. Should God call them home early, that you at least have that peace of mind that you can take the time that you need for yourself, for your mental health. All right, so I love you guys. If you enjoy this content, please, you know, like, share. I would love your feedback on this. If you have those hard questions that you want to have answered but don't feel comfortable posting them on this live, feel free to send me a separate message, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. God bless you guys. God bless your babies, and we'll talk soon. Mwah.